Hello everyone, my name is Andy Machado, and my final project is going to be on Metallica. Who is Metallica? So, one of the most popular heavy metal bands to this day is a band who goes by the name of Metallica. Metallica was formed in 1981 in Los Angeles, California, by Lars Ulrich and James Hetfield. The three members who have been with the band from the start are drummer Lars Ulrich, rhythm guitarist and vocalist James Hetfield, and lead guitarist Kirk Hammett. Metallica has gone through three bass players, the first one being Cliff Burton, who was with the band from 1981 to 1986, the second one being Jason Newsted, who was the bassist from 1986 to 2001, and the third and current bassist, Robert Trujillo, who joined the band in 2001. Metallica's form of music. James Hetfield and Lars Ulrich are the main creators of Metallica's music. Their form of music was derived from British metal styles, which was truly seen from their first album, Kill 'Em All, which released in 1983. When releasing their second album, Ride the Lightning, the album basically shattered notions of what defined heavy metal. This album demonstrated that the band was willing to test the boundaries of heavy metal, and after these two albums came out, Metallica quickly established a large fan base. People all over the world were excited to see such a heavily sounding form of music, which was much different from other groups of the time. So here's a sample of a song coming off of Metallica's first album named Metal Militia. This song is a great example of how Metallica's form of music was quite different from popular rock and roll songs in the 80s. So let me just start this. This form of music was known as thrash metal. You are able to distinguish this from the fast pace and tempo at which they are playing at, and also the high intensity of the song. So, record labels. Metallica has been signed with a few different record companies. The first record label that they were signed with was Megaforce Records, and then they were signed with Warner Brothers Records. After leaving Warner Brothers in 1994, Metallica was big enough in popularity and had the funds to come out with their own record label, which they named Blackened Records. Metallica then said that the forming of Blackened Records was the ultimate independence, giving them 100% control and putting them in the driver's seat of their own creative destiny. Chart position and popularity. So, as far as chart position goes, Billboard charts have shown that Metallica easily sits at the top in their music genre. They have many songs that have ranked within the top 50 in the world, and they continue to do so to this day. According to Billboard.com, Metallica has sold more than 125 million of their albums worldwide, with over 63 million records in the US alone. In their history, they have never had an album sell less than 1,000 copies in a week, where they averaged roughly 5,000 copies a week in 2016. Metallica was certified 16 times platinum by the Recording Industry Association of America, or RIAA, in 2012 for shipping 16 million copies in the US. Metallica's most successful album was Master of Puppets, which was released in 1986, where the album sold over 500,000 copies within the first year. In 2003, the album was certified 6 times platinum by the RIAA. Social significance. So, Metallica has taken on world issues throughout their music history and had a great social significance through their music. Two of their most famous songs, which are Master of Puppets and One, are both songs about major issues that have been present for decades throughout the world. So, I'll play Master of Puppets. Started at 148. Alright. So, Master of Puppets was known to be one of Metallica's greatest songs ever produced. It was considered to be an anti-drug song, where the overall message was that drugs are the masters and drug addicts are the puppets. James Hetfield created the lyrics and incorporated them into this song in a way to provide the overall message that drugs control people. Metallica wanted their listeners to understand that once you are involved with heavy drug use, and if you become addicted, the drugs will control your life and make you its puppet. So, I'll go ahead and play one. Start.
I can't remember anything. Can't tell if this is true or dream. Deep down inside, I feel the scream. This terrible silence stops me. Now that the war is through with me, I'm waking up. I cannot see that there's not much left in me. Nothing is real but peace now. Oh, my breath is highway.
So, Metallica's song 1, which came out in 1988, was a song that Metallica wanted to be interpreted as an anti-war song. It was about a soldier who was fighting in a war that had a mortar blow off within his vicinity, leaving him without arms, legs, eyesight, and hearing. Metallica chose to create this song in order to show people what happened to many soldiers in war. It is important to get that message across and open people's eyes because many people do not know what it's like to be a soldier in battle. With this song and the visuals from the book that was later created into a movie, Johnny Got His Gun, the movie being released in 1971, people were shown how devastating the life of a soldier can be. So, music business and technological change. Launched in 1981, MTV's influence grew over the decade and eventually challenged radio as an important way to break new music and build careers. MTV had a lot of importance in Metallica's career because of the platform that they provided. This was a new way of programming that made music through television relevant and expanded Metallica's audience by reaching more and more people. MTV really pushed new wave and heavy metal forms of music, and this made more and more people enjoy it, which truly benefited Metallica when it came to popularity. Having MTV become so popular made it so that people were not only listening to music on the radio, but they were hearing it on television as well. The great part about music on television was that bands were now making music videos so that they can provide their audiences with visuals that went along with their music. A huge technological change that affected all bands were changes in studio equipment. Songs were now sounding a lot more clear and balanced, and this made listening to music a lot more pleasurable. Using Metallica as an example, if you listen to their first album and their latest album, you can clearly distinguish which album was recorded in the 1980s. Technological advances made it so that music was being produced a lot better than before. So, Metallica is still performing and creating music to this day. Their latest album, named Hardwired, which came out in 2016, placed very high in the Billboard charts. Even in their late 40s, they're still taking the stage and sounding as good as they ever did. The style of play that they helped create is still used by old and new bands, and this is why they're still so relevant in the music world today. And here's my bibliography. I hope you guys enjoyed, and thank you for listening.